Okay. It's time to get hard. If I can. Let's see. Talking about Baldur's Gate before we started. It's going to be amazing. Can't wait, but there are going to be too many games. Yeah. Okay. Parry, harden. I remember how to play. I just have to not do it terribly. I actually got him with a stagger. That doesn't happen often. Let's see. I'm very glad my harden lasts for, like, forever. Which is good. I had to grab the hammer at least once. You mean like with the parry? Because I haven't actually parried the hammer man before. Okay. So I took the teleport to the left last time. Let's go to the right. Glad to see you're doing well, Wanderer, with the current climate. Mostly. There's definitely some amount of, like, cabin fever that I've been suffering from. We ordered food for the first time ever. Like, takeout. Which was kind of exciting for me. Well, that was spooky. I didn't realize he was going for a two-hitter. I think he missed me on both. Yeah, he definitely missed me on both. Oh, it's okay. We're good. Yeah, what do we get? Thai food. It wasn't even that good, which is a bit of a letdown. It was a... Portland generally has some pretty good food around here. The Thai food seems to be the notable exception, where, like, for some reason the Thai food is just not great. Wow. That was not great. Well, that'll make do. I don't have my parry timing down, so that's going to make this a bit dicey. I'm curious what's down there. I know it's like a weird field. All we have to do is find the teleporter that we need to go to, and this should get easier. Well, that went very poorly. I'm trying super hard to learn how to parry these guys. Okay. Well, we didn't get what I wanted. I'm almost wondering if you can't parry these guys particularly well. I am super lucky. She can't path. Like I said, super lucky. Alright. What else do we got around here? Unfortunately, I feel like both of these routes just lead to each other. No, this is new. I haven't been here before. Damn it. Maybe? There's an item back there, which is odd. Well, at least we know we can three combo her. Alright. Well, that was easier than I expected. Oh, hey, and I healed. That's super nice. Mushrooms. Okay. Wait. No, this is where I need to go. Maybe. At least I can get back, but I'm not normally able to come over here. Begs the question, where the hell am I and where am I going? I don't know, I'm gonna go interact with this. What are you? Whoa! Okay. Okay. Was not expecting Red Ghost to pop out of that. But I got him. So we're good in that regard. Everything is still spooky. Why did interacting with that do that, I'm lost. So that's where I came from. Yeah, those are the two teleporters. So actually, this level's a lot simpler than I thought. I don't know what going up gets for me, but I'm gonna go this way. Because it seems to be just like this weird... It's too open, and so I'm lost. Which is odd. Like, I know exactly where I am all the time, but figuring out exactly where I want to go is decidedly murkier than I was expecting it would be. Hello? Okay, you. Nope. There we go. Anything else? No. That looks suspect. What else we got around here? Anyway, so yeah. For Thai food, I had ordered pad Thai and fried rice. And sometimes we get a pad Thai, it's got like that really nice kind of sweet tangy sauce going for it that's really good. And, you know, the noodles are decent and so on and so forth. And, you know, small amount of meat. Not too much, but enough. And then some, like, nice bean sprouts, maybe. Some other stuff. Yeah, it didn't have any of that stuff. Which was just a letdown. I was really hoping for a lot more from the Thai food that I'd ordered. And so, like, I will still gladly eat it. Don't get me wrong. But it wasn't like... I was really hoping for a... I'm not going to say a life-changing experience, but I was really hoping it would be something that would... Well, got lucky there. This is bad. Okay. Never mind, we're a luckier duck than I thought it was going to be. And if we're lucky, that's a glimpse. If we're really lucky... Okay, it was a glimpse, it was not a glimpse that heals me. Item test soon. Yeah, maybe. I've been real lazy about those. I should probably be less lazy. Alright, let's go up. I can't imagine this leads anywhere. No, it doesn't. Nice view, nothing more. It does let me know she's there, though. And then the fried rice was just kind of fried rice. Like, I think the problem I ran into with the food that I ordered is it didn't feel too off of, like, you know, cheap ordered Chinese food, if that makes sense. I don't know how many of you guys get Chinese takeout often, but often when I get Chinese takeout, it's not good. It's just okay. And that's not my favorite. Because, like, if I'm going to go out of my way to order food, I want it to be better than something I can cook myself. Let's see. Got that. Wonder what that arch gets me to. That might get me somewhere interesting. And then, yeah, Shell got, like, a peanut red curry that was just okay. So, I don't know. We'll probably try ordering food again. I need to find a different Chinese food place. That's the thing, though. Like, everywhere I've ever lived, there have only been, like, 2 or 3, and they're all mediocre. They're not necessarily bad, but they're not really worth the asking price. And so you get, like, a shit ton of food that you will eat, but you don't feel like you're really enjoying the food. Or at least, not for me. Well, I'm just bodying my way through all these red ghosts. And then we've got one more, and then we've got a hammer bro. I'm a little worried about the hammer bro. Because he's somewhere. I saw him here. And then he, like, pieced out, which means either he's still patrolling or he's going to jump out of somewhere and wreck me. There he is. Okay. And he is very aware of my existence. And this is the one guy that I can't parry. Which is a problem. Okay. Well, who wants to bet this teleporter actually brings me somewhere useful? I don't have any other options, so we're going in. I mean, worst comes to worst, I turn right back around, but I don't wanna. Oh. I am here? Okay. I am burning too much stamina here. Oh. I get it. I understand this area. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do now. We gotta find 2 more flame pillars. Hold up. Okay. We can go back down this direction. So, unless I'm mistaken... No, I haven't been here. Shoot. Maybe I have. We got one of the flames. I think I'm gonna go back. This is not the one that takes me back, though. But this is where I've been, so I know where I am. And that's the important part. Because I'm starting to get a sense of where to go and what to do and so on and so forth. Okay, what is that? Nope, that's just a rock. Okay, what do you think? Where does Mortar Shell sit on the Dark Souls scale? It's high up for me. I like B-list Dark Souls and Souls-likes. Regular Souls, usually... I'm not going to say that I get really, bored of them, but, like, often Dark Souls games keep upping the ante and making themselves harder and harder. Or faster and faster. That's really it. The speed at which the gameplay works is exhausting for me. And that...
Sip this.
I personally am a big fan of slower Souls-likes. Ones that don't force me to... Ooh. I want accretion of endurance, though. Do I have a whole lot of glimpse items? I got 3 of these. I don't know how much that's going to get me in one of these. You know what? Let's just do it. Bam, that's 15 right there. I think that's everything I need, right?
Yes.
Alternatively, do I want to save up for that one? Because that's 25. Accretion of endurance is probably more useful for boss fights.
The brigands fell upon us with crude knives. Trailing blood, I stumbled into a cavern. Deep within, a priest welcomed me, clutching a tablet. He promised I would be reborn within the shadow of the revered. But he could do nothing for my injuries.
It looks more casual, which isn't bad in my opinion. Yeah, like I think there is a market for Souls-likes that are slightly easier than Dark Souls. And originally I thought these people were trying to go for harder than Dark Souls. And I can respect the desire to do that. But from my perspective, that usually means reduced fun. And that's my big issue, is that, like, hard can be good. It can be enjoyable to play a really hard game, but you have to be very careful when making a hard game, because it's so easy to lose sight of what makes it fun, and then you're just stuck with a mediocre game that just no one enjoys. And I haven't run into too many. But the other thing that I am a particularly big fan of right now, with this game, over most, you know what, I actually don't want to go through this portal, I want to go through the other one. Let's see, rather Dark Souls but harder, Dark Souls but you're harder. I mean, that's a fun play on words of exactly what I am, and what this is. But this is slower, this is more methodical, and of all of the Souls-likes I've ever played, this is the first, in my opinion, that does a decent job of capturing the core formula that makes Dark Souls so good. Because, like, I played... Oh, what was it? What was the one that came out? Hellpoint. I played Hellpoint, and I thought it was decidedly okay. It wasn't necessarily a bad Souls-like, it was just not a great one. It had rough animations, everything looked kind of weird and plasticky. And fake? And it didn't have that same level of oomph that I look for in most Souls-likes. Okay, so we're looking for 2 more fires, and I don't know where the hell they are. Well, aimless wandering. At least I understand how this works now. And most of the enemy patterns. It's just the hammer spinny boys that are spooky. Let's see. Alternatively, I was here previously. This is the area that I was wandering around before, I think? Maybe not. Hey, keep an eye out for one of the torches on a plinth, because that's what we're looking for. Let's see. But that it is quite enjoyable from my perspective. This game is a lot more enjoyable from my perspective than most, and even to a lesser degree Dark Souls, just because, you know, yeah, I'm not just being brought to my limit. It's more slower, it's more methodical. Got lucky there. I think they're gonna teleport in invisible and then give me a smacko. There you are. Hey! Double good news, we found the next of our flames, so maybe we got one on the other side. Okay, bad news, we made bonus friend. I'm just gonna wander off for a bit, let's see how far they will chase me. Worst comes to worst, I fight dual sword guy later. Okay, here we go. One lost interest. Okay. Gosh. That guy is aggressive. I don't think he takes breaks. Where would I... You know what, actually? This game kind of reminds me of Salt and Sanctuary, which was just an absolutely tremendous Souls-like in its own right. Not necessarily because it was good, but it had the heart and soul that I was looking for. That kind of roughshod but well-made feel that I feel like a lot of Souls-like specifically try to capture and often fail at. Okay. So I think bad news bears, I might not be able to reach where I want to go. Or, really bad news bears, I have to go through this hell to get where I want to go. Super weird news bears, I think I spotted a teleporter in there. Okay, I can't squeeze through that gap. You absolutely could in a normal circumstance. Well, I heard something. I really like the extra stamina after hardening mechanic. That's a nice change of pace. I'm still hearing more of these guys, but I like the human style enemies, the small ones. They're easy, they're not usually too fast. The hell's up with this area? Well, we got a bellboy. Okay, got a bellboy and 2 ugly friends. Now we just got to get past them. The copycats that aim for hard put a little effort into anything else. Yup. I'm like, one of the main things that this game I think does particularly well, maybe, is the visual design. It is very monochromatic, which, you know what, that's hit and miss. I think for some people. But for me... Alright. There we go. That was really rough. We got it. I was not expecting a big hammer boy. But that's fine. We don't have to come back, and I'll make it work. Shockingly, we didn't get ganked by ghosts. Here. Oh, we have a ring fit redeemer. Oh, no. I'll probably be able to do it. Hold up. How do I get out of here? I guess I just hop down on this side. Yeah, that's it. I can probably do it. We will see. There's a... Okay. There's a small chance I will... Maybe... I hurt my thigh earlier, and so I'm a little concerned that I might not make it. I'll see how I'm feeling when I stand up. Because yeah, I desperately want to do more ring fit and to get fitter. I just want to make sure I don't hurt myself in the process here. Let's mushroom up, get a little bit of HP. I see 2 bad boys. What am I gonna do? Let's see if I can piss one of them off. There we go. He has been sufficiently pissed. There we go. Luckily, they don't have too much HP, so every one of these fights is quick. It's what, 4 hits? 4 hits. There we go. No healing, but that's fine. So what else do we have around here? Yeah, play the loot for them. They definitely get pissed when I do that. Let's see, when did I start playing? 20 minutes ago, so you haven't missed too much. I've figured out the trick to exploring this area. Which is quite nice. Okay. I got a double sword boy. Gonna just piss him off. Let's see. Wanderers, no straight roads, a... Let's see. Is No Straight Roads a indie game lightning round candidate? It already was, and I already played it. So, Shell and I played No Straight Roads like a month ago. Because we thought it would be coming out in like August or something, but we did like a one-off on it, and to be entirely honest with you, neither of us really liked it. It had so much style, it had so much panache. The only thing it lacked was good gameplay. And that held it back so hard. Okay. Yeah, we had legitimately tried to give that one a fair shake. And it was decidedly just kind of... Let's not get into the Wander Will You Play, though, because that happens whenever I'm playing a game people aren't super interested in, which I get it, I understand. Flip side problem of that is, then it gets real boring, because then it's just mild Wander Will You Play X game. And you know what? There's 100 games coming out in the next year, and I will probably play almost all of them. So asking me almost becomes a... I'm not going to say an effort and futility, but... I know a lot of people will ask, but the answer always remains the same. Probably yes, or I already have. Okay, so let's see if I can get a good vantage point. Because I was actually on the other side last time, so we don't know where the last fire is. That's it, this entire upper area is kind of neat. So you could totally make a Discord channel where people can ask that sort of thing. Yeah, maybe. I used to do YouTube videos trying to answer these questions, saying, like, these are the games I'm looking forward to. And, like, I would straight up get asked on the video where I'm talking about, like, yeah, I'm gonna play Hollow Knight Silksong. I would get somebody unironically asking if I was gonna play Hollow Knight Silksong. Like, I tried my best. At this point, I mildly give up. People can figure it out as I finish things. Finish things, try things out. Because ideally, it is my mission to try as many games as possible, beat as many as I can that are good, and then, you know, move on if they're not. And sometimes I'm real good at that, and sometimes it just doesn't work. Let's see. This train looks like it would be awful slippery. Yeah. It looks like either black ice, it's wet, or it's like a really slick kind of obsidian. None of which seems particularly good for getting around. Yeah, we're going in the busy season for games. And I'm pretty cool with that. I like the busy season. It gives me something to focus on and gives me a lot of options. It's put me in a weird, bad spot where, like, games come out in waves. And so I currently don't have much that I immediately need to focus on, except for, like, this, Factorio, and Spiritfarer, which are all great games, but I like the variety of, like, switching it up and playing other games and new stuff coming out. And so I will often get in this weird pattern that I almost call the, it's like a new release Doldrums. Doldrums? It's like a roller coaster where you'll have a day where, like, 4 new games come out. And then nothing. For, like, a while. So the day that this Rogue Legacy 2 and Spiritfarer all came out, like, that was... How do you even deal with that? And the answer is, I spaced it out well enough. It wasn't that big of a deal. But it was more than I was willing to... I don't know. Ready to deal with. That day. And it would have been so lovely if one of them had come out on Thursday instead. I realize developers, like, don't coordinate these things, but from a media perspective, suddenly it's just like, oh, shoot, yeah, I have to hustle. Okay, pretty sure I can't go that way. The other one was. Do I want to try and cross over here? Or, no. That's not useful. I heard you say in a recent video you want to play Path of Exile before the next or PoE 2 comes out. Next league is meant to be a very interesting one from the rumors. Yeah, I just have to mentally say I'm doing it this time and I'm gonna see it through. The biggest challenge that I often run into is live stream audiences do not always have the same interests as the YouTube audiences, which isn't so bad. And I'm pretty good at placating both, but every once in a while there's a game that comes out that, like, one side favors way over the other, and then it becomes, like, this weird balancing act of, like, how the hell do I figure out when to record this? And so for a while, I just didn't. You know, if it didn't do well live streaming, unless it was particularly great, I had, you know, usually just kind of let it drop after a little while. But I realized that's been kind of unhealthy for me to be live every single day of the week. So I've been trying very hard to actually take 1 day off a week whenever I can, and that's actually been really good for me. So yesterday I took a day off from streaming, and I spent the whole day recording for the most part, except for the evening, which I ended up just playing like an egregious amount of Guild Wars 2 for some reason. There we go. I keep hoping that's going to heal me. Let's see. I like me some Guild Wars 2, but I think I've hit the point in that game where I've gotten used to the core gameplay loop. And the endgame grind no longer interests me. It's Wasteland 3's price point. I'm assuming it's a solid 40 to 60. To be entirely honest, I'm actually more excited for Wasteland 3 than Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, there it is. It's right there. That's easy. I must have just walked past it previously. Or no? Because I was over there last time. Maybe I just kind of aimlessly lost. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so it's going to be 60 bucks. Gotcha. But, I'm more interested in Wasteland 3 to some degree because it's not doing the early access period. I will gladly play Baldur's Gate 3, and I'll do a series on the early access, and then I'll do a series on the... I'll do a series on early access, and I'll do a series on the full release, and maybe some patches in between. We'll see. Especially considering how long it is, that one being piecemeal might not be a problem. But, like, there is something to be said about just a game that is done. That is satisfying. And also means I don't have to stress. Okay. So what's this shell focused on? Getting hard. I am the hardest boy. And that actually works really well for me. Did he get me? No, he didn't. Alright, we got lucky. I must have hardened it like the last possible second there. But yeah, so I think early access for a game like Baldur's Gate, especially if it's kind of separated chapter by chapter, I can work with that. Damn it. I really wanted to parry her. It didn't work. Alright, one way or another, let's light this. And then we're free to do whatever the heck I want. Because I think I know exactly where the boss is. I mean, it's up there. I don't even see that there's a whole lot left. So I'll just wander around a little bit. I want to practice some things. So they're doing the first chapter for early access. No origin characters remain playable, recruitable to the party. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so we'll probably do a series on the early access version. Coming back to the major updates might not be as easy. Oh boy. Okay, we got two of them. Huh. Sometimes the jump attack stuns them. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, so I turned left, or I turned right instead of left. And I missed it completely, because if I'd gone that way, I would have found the torch. Instead, I just aimlessly went here. Okay, somebody was saying... That's how I do it. Huh. That's really weird. I don't know if I like that. But yeah, one-off series is release early access, then when it's done. Yeah, that's probably going to be what I do. My perpetual fear whenever I do like an early access series is it does amazingly well, and then I get a bunch of people being like, Wander, come back for this update, come back for this update, come back for this update. And I'm like, I can't. It's so hard. I don't know if I'm going to mess with mechanical spike that much. It seems like it might be useful, but that animation, man, that takes a while to wind up. Okay, let's see. So we can go back, but I'm very quickly going to run up here. Okay. I didn't kill both of these guys, apparently. Just bonked him with my hilts, and that was enough. Alright, let's go up here. Because if we're lucky, she'll be waiting for us. And if we're not lucky, it's a gauntlet on its own. Okay. So we might want to just come back. This looks dicey enough that it will kill me if I don't take it seriously. And I can get back to this gate in no time flat. Okay, so we want to just go into this teleporter, and that just gets us out of here. Like I said, a little lost, not terribly lost. I hate teleporters because it always makes it a little harder to figure out exactly where I am and where I'm supposed to go, but this is enough. So yeah, we're getting plenty of tar here. I bet if I have another tar bag, we might actually be able to get the one that gets me my shell back. Which would be good. Okay. Yes. Hello. Give me that tar. Yum yum. So I don't want the kick. The kick is okay. Maybe we need it. But 4,000 tar, 25 glimpses. I might have enough. Probably not. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Yeah, I'll just make do. I thought I'd picked up one of the big rare glimpse tokens, but I did not. We should probably also save those for another character. I just really wanted to get the one that makes me get my HP back. Or not my HP back. I guess my second chance back. Because having that seems like it would be so handy. Watch the Dragon's Dogma anime. I probably will. Full disclosure, I actually didn't like the Castlevania anime that much. I wanted to so bad. But the issue I ran into was I mean, the characters were kind of uniquely unlikable. Sort of. But the biggest issue I ran into is they just swore, like, non-stop. And, like, I can deal with some swearing here and there. Like, I'm not going to be that bothered by it. But it was so consistent that it was just kind of like... It was noticeable and it got stuck in my head. Haha! Mentioned like an indie version of Orcs Must Die in the future. Might want to check out Dwarf. Not only have I already checked out Dwarf, but if you watched the trailer, you heard my voice. And you heard Shell's voice. This is the first piece of official voice acting Shell and I have ever done. I didn't announce it too much. We'll probably go back and do like another run of it with Shell at the helm, just because. Maybe. I'd like to do a little bit of voice acting. Unfortunately, I feel like I need some more practice before I can really get there. Oh, shit. Wait, hold up. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we got a Ding Dong Boy 2. Pushing in a little bit, but I'm fine. This area is a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought this would just be a straight shot to the lady, but I guess not. Because there was a second... Oh, there was a second region in the ice area, now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, so I'll probably watch the Dragon's Dogma anime, and I'm hoping it's good, just because. But if it's not good, I'm not going to be terribly broken up about it. I'm just hoping, because they actually have that on the way... Oh, wait, no, here she is.
Don't fret. It is not your mind unraveling, but our world. Our senses betray us, allowing us to believe our surroundings are immutable, even knowable. But nothing is certain within the sanctum of the revered. A curious blessing. My old kin do not shy away from these troubling inconsistencies. Instead, they welcome and embrace them. They worship at the feet of those rapturously twisted and reborn. So, calm yourself and take a sip.
I guess I'll do it. It'll respawn enemies behind me, but kind of hard to care about that. Let's see. So I think I'm just going to live with what I've got. So we got a couple of big boys back there, maybe. That almost seems kind of boss-ish. So let's wander back and see what happens. Oh, did these guys not respawn? That's kind of nice. These guys blend in well, way too well. Fighting two of them does not sound particularly pleasant. Oh. Oh, good. I pissed them all off. So they did respawn, they just hadn't popped in yet. Or they blended in, who knows. But yeah, I'm just excited about Dragon's Dogma as a show. Because if we're lucky... If we're lucky, we will get a Dragon's Dogma 2. Which, like, that's exciting for me. Because I always felt like Dragon's Dogma was a great idea for a game, but it just needed some refinement. And honestly, in my opinion, it just needed some more tech. Because as it stood, the world was very flat and dull and gray and brown. Which this game is, but it didn't have the lighting or the detail to really make that work. What the hell? What was your plan there? Sketchy as hell. Alright. Maybe this is where I progress. And here. Item? Item. I really should start using some of these items. But yeah, it just needed some time, some other games to come out, maybe to act as like influences on how to refine the formula, but like definitely game before its time. Same category as like Darksiders in my head, where it's like, had it been made 10 years later, I mean, it was still kind of revolutionary for its time, but it didn't catch on because it didn't have the quality to keep up. But like modern Capcom, especially like Capcom powered by Monster Hunter Worlds Capcom, that's a force to be reckoned with. That's a force that could make a good Dragon's Dogma, as opposed to an okay Dragon's Dogma. Like, you could even see it with Dragon's Dogma The sheer quality that went into... Oh, that looks special, actually. The sheer quality that went into the DLC, the expansion, whatever the Isle is, was just leagues above the main game. And I so wanted to see more of that. What are you? What is this? We no longer remember our name. We are a multitude, emptied and poured into a human-like vessel, a comforting mirage. Your eyes refuse to acknowledge our boundless form, but neither time nor shape can confine us. Interesting. Not terribly useful, but cool to look at. Another Dragon Quest. Hot take, I hated Dragon Quest XI. Or more specifically, I hated the protagonist of Dragon Quest XI. If they could make a Dragon Quest with a main character that actually is as vibrant as the supporting cast, I would play the hell out of that. Come here, you.